General Motors because we knew they said they were going to lay off about 1,700 workers in Kansas. I think all of you understand that businesses in general don't lay people off when business is great. Business is not great for General Motors. And in particular, a lot of their people that work in that Fairfax plant, Pete, facilitate the production of the Chevy Bolt, their EV. Now, everybody's been cutting back on EVs except for Musk, Pete, but this is a pretty big deal that GM is laying people off in this manner. And I don't think they're the last in the auto space. I think they're one of many to do this.
Yeah, I think everybody's just trying to eye it up, John, and trying to figure out how can they navigate through this thing as best they can. Obviously, with rates coming down, that's going to have some effect, one would think, at least on automobile sales, maybe to the positive. They get a different rate, all the rest of it. You know, the interesting thing, I was looking at this company, GM. I hadn't really looked really close in a long time. It's not far off the 52-week highs, which was right around that $51 level, John. But I think the interesting thing is there's a pretty substantial short interest here. And I'm not saying that's something that's going to come into play right now or at any time in the future, but you know, you look at GM and you go, you know what, this is blue chip, right? And you look at them and you say, well, all of a sudden you say 4 to 5% is somewhere in the short interest side of this. That's pretty interesting. So there's a few folks that are betting against them. I'm guessing a lot of those folks probably betting against the EVs in the near term, not distant out, not 10, 15 years out, but more so in the near term. So this is going to be something. I just saw the CEO was just on TV this past week talking about all the different changes that are going on at GM and all these different EV cars. Some of them do look pretty spectacular. Some of those Cadillacs, John, are pretty incredible. But I do wonder, we just keep seeing 1,400, 1,500, 1,700. They just keep bringing this down. And to your point, that's not necessarily bullish, but it could end up being bullish potentially if things are done right.
Yeah, and you hate to see people lose their jobs.
Yeah.
This is one of those examples, and I'm sure in Fairfax, Kansas, there aren't a hell of a lot of other jobs people can just jump right into.